we're back. Sorry about that. The camera didn't like me banging on the table apparently, so I guess I can't do that anymore. Anyway,
Well, let me double check if we're good again. We should be, but
I don't know why I pulled that up full screen. But
it's not even registered. We're on there yet. Oh, there we go. Live.
But yeah, Cody Rhodes was an absolute more.
Hold on, wait a second. It's not letting me go live.
Uh-oh.
Well, let me try sign out of everything completely. Hold on, give me a sec. I'm trying to make sure that
Everything's working. Yeah, I get you. Give us a second, guys. Because I accidentally broke shit, so we're trying to make sure everything's working. Oh, wait, I forgot that actually shows on.
There we go.
Okay, we're good. Okay, cool.
Okay.
But yeah, Cody.
No more banging, Tafari.
Yeah. I know, I'm kidding. But Cody Rhodes is a fucking idiot.
But again, in case I don't know when. I know the sound didn't go out, but here's the thing. He was trying to prove that he was.
No, I don't. He's a fucking idiot. Look what happened. Look what happened, Cody. This is your fault. This is your fault. You said you were going to defend the title. You were going to prevent history from being made. And look what you did. You're a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. That pissed me off so much. Hit him in the skull. Bust him open just like he did you. Why wouldn't you?
Because again, like I said, Cody had to prove that he was the better man.
Mm-hmm. Fuck being the better man. I'm trying to prevent you from taking this title home.
But would that have made him any better?
Yes!
I disagree with that.
Then you're wrong. You're simply wrong. Just because I hit you in the skull with a title doesn't mean I'm trying to take it home and retire with it.
He's not going to retire with it.
That's not the point. He says he is. Cody thinks he is. So therefore, guess what? I'm hitting you upside the skull with this title just like you were about to do to me. Because guess what? He didn't hit him upside with the skull with the title. And look what happened. He fucking lost it. Because he's an idiot. Because guess what? Nice guys finish last. Look at AJ Styles. Look at Cody Rhodes.
Okay, here's the thing. That was WrestleMania.
Yeah, absolute shit show.
Okay.
WrestleMania sucked balls.
So I am still looking forward because I think one of the best storylines moving forward is going to be the Judgment Day.
Oh, absolutely. That one's going to be...
What did you take us out for?
Because you said there's something I have to pull up on Discord. I didn't see it on Discord before, so...
Oh. Hopefully it put on there.
I don't see it. Yeah, I don't... It's not on here.
You gotta figure, this stuff is, like, really, really mixed up for the simple fact that this has been, like, 3 days worth of me trying to throw stuff on there.
Yeah, but there was the stuff from Friday Night SmackDown and then, like, the two from Jacob, so... We have a poster for Backlash. I don't know. It's not on Discord. We will post on Discord later on, but...
I'll try to find it, but it's going to be really hard to find. But anyway,
you're fine.
We did get the announcement for SummerSlam for 2025, which will be August 3rd and 4th at the MetLife Stadium in New Jersey with Cardi B.
It says 2nd and 3rd on here.
2nd and 3rd, that's what I said, isn't it?
You said 3rd and 4th.
2nd and 3rd.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
At MetLife Stadium in New Jersey with Cardi B hosting. I don't know if she's doing both nights. I don't know if she's doing one night, whatever. But, here's what I was waiting.
None of these things are on Discord. I see a bunch of things that says show on Discord. None of these are on Discord.
I even double checked.
go on your...
They're probably above Smack. You gotta figure, we talked about SmackDown. It's on there. See, I can't see. That's on there. That's on there.
Yeah, this is...
That's on there. Keep going up. Keep going up. Keep going up. Right there's that. There's the Backlash.
Oh, okay. This is way long ago then. Okay. Never mind, guys. Continue.
So you want to show the Backlash poster real quick?
Yeah.
Go back here a little bit. Show the Backlash poster.
Backlash, St. Louis. Oh, of course. I was going to say, why is it Randy Orton? But because it's in St. Louis, so yeah, that makes sense. May 10th, Saturday, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific.
Again, I don't know why. Yeah, there's where we were. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So you can throw all those up and we can kind of sort through them if you want real quick. But we get to Worlds Collide June 7th. It is basically AAA, Mexican Lucha Libre, NXT, and WWE will all be part of that. Roman did a whole thing of work never stops, and this was kind of before SmackDown, but I really didn't
we didn't have a chance to...
Yeah, we didn't have a chance to bring it up even before.
But here, well, I'm interested to see what you... It's funny. A part-timer, yeah. A lot of people got a lot of things to say about my schedule. I'm no part-timer. I'm a full-time cash cow. Every second that I'm breathing, I'm working. Oh, okay, is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, buddy. Sure. We'll go with that.
And then we are rumored to be getting a John Cena pay-per-view, which will be his probably final appearance.
Last match could take place at a special PLE named Ruthless Aggression.
Because that was like one of the first things he ever said when he became a superstar was Ruthless Aggression. Then Mariah May. Here, a lot of people are talking about her. I shouldn't say everybody, but a lot of people are talking about her. And the reason is because she was supposedly like really, really big. And like I said, we don't watch AEW. A lot of people saying the matches are way better, but I've always been a WWE fan, and trying to fit AEW into what we already do
not have time.
We do not have time, so I had to pick or choose.
And TNA it's like teaming up with WWE, so
yeah,
it just made sense.
It made sense. So Mariah May is supposedly contract is expiring soon, and she wants to work with WWE.
And considering that, and this is just my opinion, I obviously have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about, but considering that so many superstars are leaving AEW and coming to WWE, I'm willing to bet that AEW is...
Yeah, they are.
On the down.
So, and then I thought this was kind of funny, and this is actually 2 parts. Go up. No, well, down I meant.
You said up, so is this it?
I think that's the different angle of the spear we got. This is like the guy right next to Carlito, or a girl, whatever.
Hang on, let me pull up the other one as well.
I just thought this one was kind of funny. The second one, but go with the first one first. R.I.P. Carlito.
Yeah.
Because this is just a slightly different angle. Like, I mean, look at that. I mean,
God.
This is like whoever was like right there, like not in front of Carlito, but you know what I'm saying, closer to Carlito, because the other one we got was like way from the back.
Jesus Christ. That man got cut in
Damn.
half.
But now go to the Izzy Dane, which we talked about during that. And she made a little post.
This is what he does to me every time I walk through the door.
They're dating in real life. But I thought that was kind of funny.
That was beautiful. Could you imagine coming home after a hard day of work, you know, coming to honey, I'm off!
Like a freight train. I just thought it was funny. It was one of those things that Paige, talking about her return here for a second, there is talk that she is going to be involved in Evolution, which is the women's pay-per-view in July.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where she'll be making her return.
Then we have the top toys or top
cards.
Yeah.
They talked about this a little bit during Mania, and I didn't bring it up because I wanted to bring it up here. Every superstar that was involved in WrestleMania had a patch somewhere on them. And some of them kind of showed it off, and some of them didn't. But supposedly all of them had a patch. And I was telling the boys that I wouldn't mind starting collecting these just to get them. Because I wouldn't care if those cards went up to $1 million. I don't think I could sell it. Because they're one of one.
Well, yeah, but there's only one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we got one of any of the superstars, I wouldn't care if it was freaking, I don't know, a superstar I didn't like. Finn Balor.
If it was Logan Paul, I'm burning it. I don't care.
I'm gonna disagree. That probably card would be unfortunately worth probably.
It is getting burned.
Then we'll sell it first.
No, I'm burning it.
But that was at WrestleMania, and now they're also releasing the
debut patches.
Which are going to be one of ones, if I remember reading right.
Debut patches are coming to WWE when a superstar
one
has
of
their
one.
first match on Raw or SmackDown. They will wear the corresponding debut patch on their gear. After the match, the patch will be placed into a signed one-of-one trading card and insert into one lucky pack. That's pretty cool.
So I thought that was kind of neat.
And then...
and then we get to... I love bringing these up because these guys absolutely hate it. But I do it all the time. And it's not to piss them off. And I say this all the time. I genuinely love Chelsea Green's character. I think it's beautiful. Do I think she is a great wrestler or anything? No, but the character. And this, I want to bring this up, and I'm going to bring this up. Let you talk first.
Nick Aldis responds to Chelsea Green. He says, Katy Perry spent less time in space than you spent outside the ring last Friday night.
And here's what, I looked this up, okay? I want you to understand it. I looked this up because I didn't want us to be like in the middle of it and being like, well, how long did Katy Perry spend in space? So I decided to look it up myself. Katy Perry's space flight aboard the Blue Origin's New Shepard rocket lasted approximately 11 minutes. So I want you to understand this. Nick Aldis is like, you took 11 minutes out there, yapping your jaws, and you want me to overthrow what the ref said?
No, not happening.
Which I thought was kind of funny. And then we have the new flag for America.
Red, white, and green.
Or the red, white, and the Chelsea and stripes.
Yeah.
As some are calling it. 50 Chelseas.
Why is it just her hair?
It's her face.
But why is it just her? It looks so goofy.
That is your Chelsea and stripes. That is the new flag for America right there.
They have to change this. They have to make it literally says red, white, and green. It needs to be. They need to change the blue to green.
I guess they could probably. Anyway.
Yeah.
Roman's future.
Red, white, and green. They need to change the blue to green. Can't believe they missed that. How unprofessional.
Is that the one? Yeah. And this, I don't know how much I'm going to throw into this because Heyman's now not with Roman, but it was before all that this was posted. So,
Paul Heyman has commented on Roman Reigns' future aspirations and plans outside of WWE. Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman have been offered roles, projects, films, TV series, reality shows for the past several years. I can show you my phone right now, and there are people begging to fly up from Hollywood to take in a meeting either before or after WrestleMania about directing films, writing films, this project. And I'm not knocking indie films. I'm a big fan of indie films, but I'm not taking $1 to $2 million budgets. I'm talking real, substantial studio budgets, and because of the schedule and because of commitments, neither one of us have jumped on that. So, Roman's saying that this is a consideration of his and that it is something that he would like to exploit is nothing new, but under the current contract, he doesn't have the time and the amount of time in a block to pursue such goals. And as he looks at whatever the next deal may be, I'm sure he wants to carve out time that he can now expand his horizons and include within his annual schedule. Yeah, because he shows up about once a fucking year anymore.
But, and then the new Punk contract.
Bro, didn't we talk?
No.
I could have sworn. Oh, right, because we didn't have Friday Night SmackDown anyway.
We read it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Charter is great.
CM Punk and WWE are in talks over a new 5-year contract. I definitely know I can't go forever. Like, this run I've been on, it really kind of washed over me where it made me. I can't remember the specific moment when I turned to somebody, one of the Pauls, Heyman or Triple H, and I said, 46 years old, I think I'm starting to understand the business. What the hell? And that's the business. Your body's going to give up on you way before your mind does, you know? So to me, my mind's never been sharper. I've never been more focused. And there is life in wrestling beyond taking bumps and being in the ring. So we'll see what happens, but I don't plan on... They're trying to get me to sign a 5-year deal, so I look at that and I go, guys, I don't know. Fair enough. I mean,
yeah. I mean, when you've been doing this since like you're 20 something,
yeah,
and you heading into 50, you like a lot of people say, about 20 to 30 years is about what you get.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even if you start this. Hell, if you get this into 18 years old, like the earliest you could possibly do it, you're lucky. You'd be lucky to make it 45, 50.
Yeah,
So.
I'm not saying death. I mean, it happens, but again, this is hard on your body, and you can sit there and say it's fake, and you're right, it's fake. But again,
it's
like
real.
we have said, the statistics and stuff on this, these are real people. These are guys out there every day.
Yeah, like you have to tear your body apart every single day. Not just in the ring, but, you know, working out, exercising, outside of the ring.
Oh, this is what I was talking about. This is the congratulating him. After I didn't think I posted it.
Yeah, we can't hear this, but hopefully you guys can, because our laptop doesn't have sound.
Well, it's 1 minute. We don't have to play it all. You can watch it all. We'll listen to it later if nothing else.
Yeah. But yeah, Mel, basically this is just Miz blowing smoke up Carmelo's ass.
But Lana has signed a Legends contract, which I don't have that on there.
Okay.
I think we're done with what's on there. What is on there?
Yeah.
Ray's being carded, yeah.
Yeah, so we're done with that. We're just here to talk now.
Which we got like 3 more points to make, and then I think we're done. Yep. And I forgot we probably have to try to fit LFG in before Raw.
Yeah.
Which I did not think about. But anyway, we should be okay. Lana has signed a Legends contract, which a lot of people were concerned if that meant she could be a wrestler. And Knight Rider and me looked it up, and I think you were listening last night. She can be a manager under a Legends contract. It just simply means that she's not a performer.
Mm-hmm.
which means she will not get in. I shouldn't say she won't get involved in the matches, but she won't be involved in matches.
Yeah, she's not going to be a wrestler.
Yeah. So unless that changes, she's not an in-ring
very good
competitor.
possibility that might happen.
But she is allowed to be Rusev's manager, which is kind of what people are thinking. There was talk we were going to get him instead of Joe Hendry, which we kind of brought up. Which there's also talk. There's always at least one or two. Which again, we'll bring that up too. There was literally, you could say two, but there was no surprises on night one.
No.
Nope.
WrestleMania. It literally was just straightforward boom, 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 boom match.
Yep, exactly.
There was
And
no
night
like
two, we
anybody
didn't
even
really
walking
have.
out saying, "Hey, I'm here." There was
No, we got Stone Cold Steve Austin coming out and saying, "Hey, we got a lot of people here."
well, that was night two.
I know what I'm saying. Even night one, we got
Shawn Michaels
coming out and saying we got a lot of people here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And okay, I guess there was technically three for night three or night two, but we had Becky, we had Joe Hendry, which I'm not gonna say it was bad, but it was bad, and the reason I say it was bad is because it felt very rushed.
Yep, exactly.
And the match was not good. None of them.
And I'm going to say this. How to say this and not sound completely bad, but because I respect Randy Orton, but Joe Hendry's better than that.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Oh,
Watch
100%.
him on TNA.
There's a reason he's the TNA knockout champion.
Oh, the TNA champ, world champion, yeah.
Yeah, I forget they have different, whatever. You get the point. There's a reason.
The knockouts is the women for whatever reason. It's the
there's a reason he's a champion though.
And Orton, again, not saying that Orton couldn't make him look bad, but Orton didn't have enough time to make him look bad.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are saying that they think that maybe that was kind of forced rushed.
Yeah.
Because they had the whole RKO versus KO.
Yeah.
And so they had to add more time to the AJ Logan Paul match, which then felt very sluggish.
Yep.
Because they didn't have enough time to really get Joe Hendry in there to kind of get a story going, to get kind of a good match. So they just kind of had to go, okay, we're going to hit a couple cool moves and end it type thing, which... But anyway, so we had Joe Hendry, we had Stone Cold, and we had Becky Lynch. That was the only surprise we got.
Yeah.
So, again, I'm hoping we get Rusev tonight because we are pretty sure we're getting Black on Friday.
Yeah.
So, again, I'm hoping we get Lana Rusev tonight. That is my hope.
But yeah, I mean...
And I also want to bring this up, and I just thought this was kind of neat. Sarah Logan, Valkyrie, War Raiders, Eric's wife. They just had their second child on Thanksgiving. I think they said on Thanksgiving. I literally just read it.
Yeah. And she's back in the gym training to, return, get back in the ring. And then next week on SmackDown... we have the Street Profits versus DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns and a TLC for the titles.
And that's really all that's been announced for that. And plus we'll have whoever the debut is, which we're pretty sure it's Black.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say it. I'm going to say it is, but I'm not going to hold my breath until he shows up because it could literally be anybody because...
It could be Joe Blow down the road. You don't know.
Yeah.
It could be Tafari.
Yeah, maybe
it could be you.
They call up. They're like, "Hey, do you watch wrestling?" I'm like, yeah. You want to come in debut? Bet. I don't have a ride, but I'll find a way there. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they're calling you up. But anyway,
Yeah.
he's not getting called up, guys. I wish he was. But anyway,
That would be
that's
awesome.
The point,
In a
that's the
few
point I'm
years.
trying to get at. Is that, everybody's assuming it's black.
Yeah.
But it could easily be the freaking return of the Wyatts. We don't freaking know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm not saying it's the Wyatts. Do not take that for anything. It is simply me just...
It could be anybody.
It could be anybody, yeah.
Yep.
But that's really about it.
Again...
WrestleMania was a shit show, but we move on.
So here's how it's going to go from now on.
Oh, yes.
We are going to do...
Tuesdays will remain Monday Night Raws.
Yes, Tuesday. Okay, we'll start with Tuesday. So we probably won't do anything on Monday.
No. Tuesday
Unless it's a special, like, pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Whatever, because we don't... Because of Tafari's schedule with D&D, he took off, and during the 2-night ones, he'll take off.
Yeah.
Like SummerSlam, he'll call or text his friends and be like, "Hey, I'm not going to be there wrestling," because they know he's a big wrestling fan, and they know it's important to him, and they know he streams about it, which he's trying to get a few of them into it, and a few of them are interested. So maybe we'll get a couple of them, like maybe guest spotting on here if they get into it like we do. We can invite like whoever it was. I'm not going to say a name, but you know who I'm talking about. Maybe we can get him over here one of the nights to talk about something. But so Tuesday we'll continue to talk about Raw.
Wednesdays and Thursdays.
will stay the same.
We don't have anything. No, Friday is going to be
NXT because NXT and TNA we're going to talk about together.
Yes, on Friday since they're crossing over.
Since they're crossing over, and then for SmackDown,
It'll be on Saturdays.
We'll be on Saturday, but we're going to talk about Evolve, which is on Wednesday nights.
Yeah.
We're going to move that to Saturday.
That's it.
So that's it. We're basically just adding a day. So if we wind up needing more time in there, we'll start adding like 2 o'clocks, whatever. But we're going to see if we can do it in 2 hours, because we usually do it in about an hour and a half and kind of struggle through.
Yeah. But
so if we wind up needing more time, we'll add more time, but that will be hopefully within the next week or two. We'll know if we kind of need to add another hour in there and start streaming it too. We're going to try it for a week or two, like I said, and see if we can make it. I don't want to rush it, but I don't want to push it either.
Yeah.
I want to be comfortable where we're at, and if I feel like we're consistently like hitting that bar, then we'll jump to 2, and that way we have, because Tuesdays you're not going to be able to. We might have to move Tuesday to 2 anyway.
Tuesday remains the same.
Yeah, because he don't work on Tuesdays anyways.
Well, no, I'm saying Tuesdays is still just Monday Night Raw.
Yeah. Okay. No.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right. Never mind. I'm just saying because I feel I don't want to have to struggle to fit things in.
But yeah, well,
we're going to post it probably the next, hopefully by tomorrow. We'll get the new schedule posted and put it on Discord and put it on Twitch, so you all kind of will have an idea. But yeah, I think...
Nice. I have no idea. But yeah, that's about it from us, guys. If you made it this far in the stream, go ahead and give us a follow. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that good jazz. If you want to chat with us, you can join us on Discord. If you want to help support us, you can press the donate button in the About Me section.
Press the button!
But that's about it. I'm Tafari.
I'm CK.
And I'm Knight Rider. Good night.
See ya!